I see a lot of people in software trying to do AI's job better than AI, and they are losing. Google said that 70% of their code is today written by AI. News like that tells you that the skills that are required from you as a software engineer have changed. But don't worry, because in this video I'm gonna give you the 4 skills that you need to be successful in tech in 2026. By the way, if you don't know me, my name is Miguel and I've been working in tech for the past 4 years. I've been working all over the world, and the skills that I'm going to tell you in this video are those that helped me to get my first 6-figure salary job at the age of 24. So let's go with the first skill. The first skill is architecture. If you already have some experience playing with Claude or with ChatGPT, you know that it can create thousands of lines of code in minutes. But the thing is that the bottleneck in most of software projects has never been in how many lines of code are you able to write per minute. Any software project that gets stuck, it's because not having taken the right architectural decisions at the right time. That can mean that your software is not scalable enough. That can mean that your software is very difficult to test, or your functions or classes are not abstract enough, or they are too abstract. All of these are architectural decisions that a software engineer has to take. AI is making writing lines of code cheap and fast. But now understanding the problem that you are solving and choosing the right architecture is the main task of a good software engineer. I see AI like a mirror. You throw something to the mirror and the mirror gives you back something of the same quality. If you are giving to the mirror bullshit, you are going to receive bullshit. Imagine having a really good engineer, okay? Imagine having Nikola Tesla, okay? And you ask him, I need a vehicle of 4 wheels to go from point A to point B. If you give that requirement to an engineer, what they are going to give you is a car. A simple car, not very fancy, simply a car. But now imagine that they give you the car and you say, hey, no, but I need the vehicle for transporting 10 tons of good from point A to point B. And they say, oh, but you didn't say that before. So this is the same thing that happens with Claude, for instance. If you start building something with Claude and you are not thinking on the architecture and what is the real product that you need, you are maybe starting to build something, you are building super fast, but you're building something that its fundamentals are absolutely wrong. So this piece of advice is focus on architecture. One of my favorite sources to learn architecture is this book, is Clean Code, okay? The title is in Spanish because this is a Spanish version and I'm Spanish, so I usually read in Spanish. The author is Robert C. Martin and the book is called Clean Code. It's a really good book and it gives you all the fundamentals for writing good code and for taking the right decisions to don't end up with a monster that you don't understand, you don't know what is the architecture that Claude decided to have, and you probably have to restart the project. It's curious how this AI revolution is affecting to the job market of software engineers. The programmers that their job was simply to get an action of code this thing, code it, review, and that was only their job, these people are part of these massive layoffs. But at the same time, the people who were actually taking the right decisions, the top performers of their teams, the people who were responsible, the people who had the skills that I'm telling you, these people's careers are going to the moon and their salaries too. That's why I help software engineers to switch jobs and add $30,000 to their annual salary in just 3 months. If you're interested in working with me, check out the link on the description, thefreeengineer.com. Let's go with the second skill. The second is to understand the fundamentals of your field. In my case, I design software for drones. I make the software that goes in the PC of the drone while they are flying that help them to take decisions of what to do. For sure, for making this software, you have to know physics and you have to know mathematics. So getting deeper in this math, physics, or new algorithms that are appearing in this field, it's more important for me as a software engineer than understanding what is this new framework, this new library, because in these things, AI is way better than me. But in the physics and in the mathematics and in these decisions for drones that are related with real world, I have an easier interaction with real world than AI. So if you understand very well the fundamentals of your field, and at the same time you are very good with this interaction with real world that AI cannot have, and you can translate that to AI while you're coding, that will make you a much better software engineer. Another example of understanding the basics of your field is, for instance, if you are doing data science, you should go deeper into statistics, and you also should go deeper into the business that you are using this data science for. Because understanding the business problems that you are solving and understanding can help you to find what is the real product, the solution that you have to build as a software engineer for the problem. And all of this is again interaction with real world and connecting your ideas as software engineers with the real problem that you are solving. I cannot imagine a company that has a person with these skills, with this understanding of software and at the same time the business, and the company laying off the guy, or even if he tries to go somewhere, they will double their salary. Because finding these people is more difficult than finding a unicorn. The same thing applies if you are doing software for marketing, for finance, for, I don't know, for lawyers, for legal tech, whatever. Understand your business, the business of your company, and understand and get deep into the fundamentals of your field. The third skill that is a must is responsibility. Finding someone that when their project goes wrong, admits it, and then does whatever it takes to fix it is as rare as finding a unicorn gazing in a four-leaf clover field. And precisely if you are afraid of AI replacing you, do you know what AI doesn't have? Yes, responsibility. Until the moment that we give rights to ChatGPT, Claude, and we put them in the constitutions, the consequences of technical decisions are responsibility of engineers. And it's very simple. Responsibility is proportional to how much you're gonna make. If you get responsibility, you will earn more. If you don't want responsibility and you don't take it, you will earn less or you will be laid off. The fourth skill, it's actually a meta skill. It's that you have to be generalistic. We come from a job market, especially in tech, where to make good money, you had to be a specialist. And the most specialist you were in a small area, but very high demanded area, the more money you were making. But again, AI is changing that. Because it seems that AI, every 2-3 months, it becomes better and better. And they are democratizing all this niche knowledge that before was only for a few people. You should still have some area of expertise, but instead of focusing on only this area of expertise, you have to expand your circle. You have to expand your area of knowledge. You have to learn about all the things. Like I said before, you should go to understand your business because you can make relations between the things that you know from software and the problems that you see in your business and to put them together to create a good tool for eso. Another reason to be a generalist is that AI, this exponential growing of AI is making the job market, the industry, everything uncertain. And being an expert of a very niche thing in a world of uncertainty, it's a big disadvantage. Because imagine that this area of expertise that you have, tomorrow it appears an AI that does your job much better than you. And all the knowledge that you had, it's only here. So you will be completely replaced. But if you have a bigger area of expertise, even if you are not that deep in some part of it, then if AI is doing something, you can pivot and move yourself to the other things that you are able to do and AI is not able to do, like I said before, for instance, interacting with real world, and you can get better on those things now that you don't have to do what today is AI's job. A third reason for being a generalist is that having an holistic background allows you to connect points that otherwise you will have not find. And by the way, expanding this area of expertise is not only learning new hard skills, which is important, but it's also to learn soft skills. Soft skills like negotiation or understanding other people's needs. Also business. I don't know how many times I've said that you have to learn business to have actual progress in tech. But these soft skills, speaking to a public, being easy to understand when you speak, all these skills are super important in the era that is coming where AI is going to write most of the code. And these skills are also needed if you want to make the most of a job search. Because what I found is that software engineers are really bad selling themselves. You can easily double your salary. That's why I help software engineers to switch jobs and add $30,000 to their annual salary in just 3 months. If you want to work with me, check out the link on the description, thefreeengineer.com. There you can book a call with me because I need to see if you are the kind of person that I can help. So book a call with me in the link on the description, thefreeengineer.com, if you really want to skyrocket your career as a software engineer. Bye.